Staffy. We got V. We got Kel. Boys! Fuck you,
Let's go.
Hey!
Oh, beautiful.
About time.
Hey!
1-11 now? Ooh.
Dizzy, talk to me,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Talk to me.
Oh man, it is, bro. First of all, Amad Diallo, take a bow, son. That was the performance. You know what? Seeing him play like that, and I'm at the in-laws today, so we was watching it like, where has this guy been? Why hasn't he been playing for so long? But anyways, it's not about that right now. Today we just, oh man, you know what? I think across the 90 minutes, I think we deserve to win if we're being honest about it. I think I didn't care if we lost. I didn't care if we drew. I would have taken a draw before the game. I think I just wanted to see a team that looked like they were playing together. And to pull out a win like that in the dying minutes, touch around the keeper, beautiful finish, calm and composed to win the penalty. Oh man, I'm gassed. This is beautiful stuff, mate. Beautiful stuff. You love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah, man.
Where did Terry go?
Where'd Terry go?
Who gives a fuck where Terry is?
Whatever, yeah.
Let's just fucking talk about this game,
Yeah,
bro.
I'll jump in quick.
Vader, what's wrong with you, Vader?
When's
I
the
need you to
last time-
smile, Vader. What's happening here?
I got a
Smile,
question
Vader.
for you,
You told me
Vader.
everything is okay.
When's
right?
the last time United have had possession over City in a match? Like, I came into this game, the only thing I wanted in this game was to look like we belonged. That's it. I was like, just look like you belong in the match for once, because it's been so long for us to go up against City or any of these top sides and us actually look like we can play football with them. And today, even the points where we were talking about it half, we're like, not great, but not bad. We're like, okay, like we're not getting battered. It doesn't look like we're getting right out the park. It looks like we're in this game from start to finish. And then, I mean, obviously we got robbed on the penalty. I don't care what anybody says.
That was pen.
It's clear. I was sitting there being like, I don't even know what depends anymore, because I'll say this, the inconsistencies is not just us. I watched the Forest Villa game, and there was a clear-cut pen in that game that they didn't call. I'm sitting here being like, I don't know what depends anymore, plain and simple. But outside of that, man, we played great football from start to finish. We looked like we belonged in a sense. Not great football, sorry. We played with City. We looked like we belonged, because I think there was times where we didn't look great, but it didn't matter. We still looked like our system was working. What the announcer at one point said something. It looks like Amorim's added a little bit of polish to this United side. And I'm like, yes, yeah, he's made footballers who play football look like they can play football. Literally, that's what he's done. He has made it so our players actually look like they are professionals. I'll
raise you, Terry. You have wine. I took it to the next level.
Champagne today.
I'm on the water today.
I know you
Water.
Cheers,
From
everybody.
the Scotland's finest right here. We'll just say
That's
that.
very nice. V.
Let me talk about Amad, though, because that's the only reason I'm here. I was in the trenches with this guy. And when I say I'm in the trenches, I had people like Terry Flewers tweeting me when Garnacho scoring, saying, haha, I know Staffy's pissed today because Garnacho scored. You guys don't understand. Whatever is worse than the trenches, I was in it. I had people asking, but why do United fans hype Amad so much? Why do United fans think Amad is this? Why do United fans think Amad is that? I hope today you got to see why. In less than 12 months, I already have a moment of Amad dunking on Liverpool in a cup, and now he has a moment dunking on City. And today, listen, outside of the goals that we scored, that I'll get to in a second, he probably looked like the if we would have had a spark and we would have had a moment within the 90, we knew it was coming from him. Like he looks like the only hope. I understand that first goal was a mistake, but for him to be there and for him to press the way he did and win the ball, you still had to be there to get it. And the way that he foul bitted Matheus Nunes to win that penalty. Terry, by the way, that's a fantasy assist. So on Friday, I'm clear because now I got an assist and a goal from Amad. So I'll see you on Straight Facts on Friday. And that goal that he got in the last minute, what a ball by Martinez. I don't know how that went between Gavardio's legs. I'm not gonna lie to you, 9 times out of 10, he probably cleared that. But that's just destiny, bro. That's just how you know. You look at that goal, you're like, yeah, it was destined for him. Like that moment was waiting for him. And the way to score it in the minute that he scored it, and for the game to end and him to kiss the badge, after everything that happened today with Garnacho and Rashford and all the bad vibes that we had before the game, you knew that Amorim would have been under scrutiny today if we didn't win. you would have had the Rashford and Garnacho stance coming out saying that's what you get for not playing them. For him to score in that last minute, I was out of words. I'm still out of words. Like I'm saying all this, but I usually have a lot more to say on the game. I'm just so happy that this moment today came to Amad because I don't think anyone deserves it more. And Senor Amorim, when I tell you guys about Senor Amorim, and I sit here once a week telling you about my gaffer, I want respect on his name today. Because yes, we didn't look that great, but we nullified City. I don't care what version of City that was. He rocked up today to their ground, and we looked comfortable defending the whole game. Harry Maguire, Sir Harold, respect to you, because you pocketed Haaland today. Hamza, next of you to join us, Hamza. I can't wait to hear from you. I can't wait to hear from you today, Hamza. Welcome to the stream.
We need a time limit, though. Just saying.
I guess I'm not talking today.
No, I am going to go to you next. I am going to go to Kel next.
You should go before Hamza. I'm warning you.
No, you will. Listen, I want to say just very quickly, Stav, I agree when it comes to Amad. I mean, well over 18 months. I said at the start of my video, I said 18 months ago, I held my hands up and said, there's something in this kid that I didn't see initially before he went out on his loans. And I'm glad he's here. And he's just getting better and better and better. And this season, I think we'd have seen so much more from him had he been played more regularly like he should have been. So I agree with you wholeheartedly. There isn't a player in the squad who I would be happier for than Amad today, winning the penalty, having the man of the match performance, and the goal he scored, by the way. I said it when I was breaking it down. The touch was amazing. And then he has to hit that shot perfectly because if he hits it a little bit harder, it's cleared. If he hits it a little bit lighter, like marginally, it hits the back leg of Ruben Diaz. It has to be it was so amazing. So yeah, I completely concur, Staffy. Amad, before we go to Hamza, I wanted to ask, obviously, we know it wasn't the greatest of performances today, a massive win. In terms of when you break it down, I also want to ask you, how significant do you think the dropping of Garnacho and Rashford was today, in your opinion?
What happened there?
Obviously, it was when I woke up today and stuff like that. It was weird in terms of like you have probably your two best outlets theoretically in Rashford and Garnacho. Those guys always running behind against a City team that always plays a high line. It's a little bit questionable, especially because I think Garnacho and Rashford in the FA Cup were our two outlets and they played sensational in that game. But clearly, both of them are off of it. I don't know. I don't really care about the reasons. And today, before I am going to quickly speak about Amad though, because Staffy said he was in the trenches. I was whatever below the trenches. I was in Hades land when it comes to Amad because I was waking up here in America 7:30 to watch Rangers when Amad was there. Sunderland. From the beginning, I had the stocks. And today, you asked about Rashford, right? In my opinion, I think today we saw the end of Marcus Rashford at Manchester United as a starter.
You're a real one, Griggs.
I think today you saw that end, right?
Yeah.
And then you saw the birth. And finally,
Yeah,
I think
I'm on the same time
you
zone,
saw the
right?
rise of the next United great attacker.
Try doing that from the West Coast.
That number 10, right? When Rashford eventually leaves, that number 10 is going to be up for grabs. And that number 10 should be going to Amad Diallo because he fits more of a 10 than a 7. Anyway, he's just sensational playing the goal. But tactically, first half, we were mid. It was very similar to the Arsenal game. We played submissive in a way. We were scared to go at City because they have this respect because they're Manchester City and they've been so dominant for so long that we looked at them that we were inferior to them. And then the second half started. And from the first minute, we had a chance. We got in behind them. And then I think it clicked in our team that these guys are not Manchester City of 2024. They're not the Manchester of 2023. They're not the Manchester City of 2022. These guys are mid. That's what right now they're mid. And we looked at them like that. And from that moment, we started playing ball. Yes, it's not the best Manchester City, and we can't hold it to the benchmark of it's a 2022 Manchester City. But at the end of the day, I think Cam mentioned, they still have a better squad than us. They have the better coach. So we went toe-to-toe. For the first time in a long time, we had even possession against them, and we made it count. Bruno Fernandes was absolutely abhorrent today, absolutely diabolical. I was with Staffy. Staffy was stressing out. I was crashing out over him. He was diabolical, but we had a game plan. And this is why I look at Ruben Amorim. This guy got a win over a Big Six opponent away from home within 1 month of being here. Ten Hag didn't do it in 2.5 years. And today, he not only did he do it, he beat Manchester City. He did it playing his style of football. He didn't park the bus.
Beat City.
No, I'm talking about playing your style. When we beat City under Ten Hag, we played a mid block, low block.
We have Man United. Just to reiterate that Man United haven't until today hadn't won away from home against a top 6 team. So City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, or Liverpool since November 2001. So it's been three and a bit years since we've done this.
Yeah, since I think it was only against Nuno Espirito Santo. That was the last time, I think. So it's been that long, and we didn't play our way. That's what we all been asking me and Safi, especially under Amorim. Just play your way. Whatever happens, happens. If the players don't adjust, adios. There's the door. We saw today with Rashford and Garnacho, whether maybe it was a train that they were bad and they didn't follow his vision. But today you saw 11 individuals. They followed the manager's vision for the most part. Maybe Bruno wasn't, and maybe Diallo wasn't. But Ugarte, someone I've been critical of, man, I gotta hold my hands today. He did a serviceable job today. He was kicking everyone around the pitch. He was winning the ball back. He kept it safe. He wasn't making any stupid passes. He did his job. Mazraoui, sensational. Harry Maguire. I don't know if any of the bottom three are going to pay Holland's bail from jail. I don't know if Sheikh Mansour is going to pay the bail for Maguire jail for Holland. Someone's got to pay the bail because he's locked up right now. Locked up. Cam, what'd you say? 6 touches in 70 minutes?
Don't flatter yourself that much.
6 touches, 70 minutes, 0 touches.
Every single time Holland tried to get into a duel with Maguire was winning that ball, whether it was aerially or whether he was stepping up and he was stealing it from his feet. Either way, he couldn't get past him. De Ligt did his job. Lenny Euro, when he came out, did his job. Every single player. Højlund, who was getting into duels with Diaz, he should have had a pen because Diaz clearly fouled him in the box there. That was the definite pen. So he did his job. Every single player today followed the instructions, and when they realized that they looked at the opposition and they saw some mid, they capitalized. Even if it was just a 2-minute spell, they capitalized on it, and they won the game. And hopefully, this is the win that United needed to platform themselves to become a little bit more consistent. We're still not a good team. We still need a lot of fixing recruitment-wise in terms of we need to bring a lot of better players into the squad. But today, we saw a manager that has a long-term vision and is willing to not sacrifice his vision for short-term gain. It's always for long-term gain. We have a long-term manager. Now I'm looking at Ineos. Ratcliffe was in the stands. Brailsford was in the stands. Wilcox was in the stands. I'm sure Barada was somewhere in the stands too. Maybe he was still sitting in the city executive box. I don't know. But follow the vision. There's a vision, and United found their guy for the vision. Now they just gotta back him. That's all they gotta do.
Yeah, I listen. I concur completely. I was getting into it with some United fans online midweek when they were talking about getting rid of the system and the shape, and I said, look, it's not perfect yet. I don't actually think the shape, barring the first game where we're getting caught in behind, I don't think the shape and the formation has been a problem in any of our other matches. I think getting used to it, and what we saw today is quality. Again, it's funny today with Bruno Fernandes. When Bruno was deeper, just doing the simple stuff and basic stuff, I was happy with him. He's like final balls, been trying to thread things, was off today. But I just looked at today from the manager's perspective and thought, we just need better in that position. You know, I looked at Diallo today in left back, and I just thought, imagine we had someone that was left-footed doing that. With it, like, the space he was in, not having to cut inside. There is a vision there, and I'm really excited about the future of the football club. But even with a win today, you celebrate. Well, I like what you've all said. We know there's still a long way to go. No stupid claims that we're back. And this is going to be, someone said to me earlier in a super chat, is this the moment where the corner is turned? No, there's going to be many bad days after this. But what I think we have seen today, with a few other moments in games as well under Amorim, is what the future could look like with better players, with more perseverance. And it's important to make sure that is said.